please vote for jobs. Thank you.
Thank you. You want to speak now, Supervisor? Okay, go ahead. Supervisor Bronson.
Yeah, just briefly. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I find it curious that in a letter dated December 28, 2016, a denial of the Section 404 permit seemed imminent. The South Pacific's Division Colonel Hemlinger advised the applicant for the basis of his denial. Number one, that the proposed action would cause or contribute to violations of state water quality standards. Number two, that the proposed action would result in a significant degradation of the waters of the United States as a result of a substantial reduction of ecological functions and services, and the project would contribute to the degradation of outstanding Arizona waters. Number three, that the proposed minimization and mitigation measures and monitoring efforts were inadequate to ensure that degradation would not occur, and that the implementation, number four, finally, that the implementation of the proposed action would be contrary to the public interest. That was in December 28th, 2016. What changed Colonel Hemlinger's opinion? First, the Corps undertook an extraordinary review with a completely different staff who operated in isolation from the Los Angeles district, who worked for years on this project. This review was so extraordinary that there were no guidelines, no time frame for the review. The review stemmed from second, the new Corps staff found 3 new and questionable reasons to approve the project, which are cited in the decision. So it's just, I think, unacceptable how they got from almost denying the permit to now giving the permit was because they kept saying everything was outside the scope of their analysis. The potential for previous mining activities to affect water quality and the need for remediation outside the scope of their analysis, it was inside the scope in December. Impacts of groundwater drawdown, including effects to aquatic resources outside the scope of their analysis, again, it was there in December. How did it get outside the scope of the analysis? Adequacy of the stormwater features to handle large floods and prevent impacts to downstream waters. Now it's outside the scope of their analysis. Impacts to wildlife beyond the initial discharge of fill. Now it's outside the scope of the analysis when it was in December. This is just unacceptable. It's not real science. And that's why I will be voting in support of this resolutions.
Thank you, Supervisor.